In Saudi, right? Like barely anyone walks over
What do they do? Float?
there. They drive. They drive. Hey guys, welcome back to the Adonis Talk, where we empower your journey to success and personal growth. My name is Fahim.
And my name is Jared. Today, we're showing you how to maximize your levels of testosterone as a man.
Alright, what is testosterone? Testosterone is a sex steroid hormone which is mainly produced in the testes, but is also produced in the adrenal glands above your kidneys, which most people don't know. So for males, it is produced obviously in the testes and also in the adrenal glands. But if you look at women, they don't have testes, right? So it's mainly produced in the adrenal glands. So everyone needs testosterone, even women, men, everyone needs testosterone. And we're going to be talking about the benefits of testosterone in a bit. But yeah, most people think having more testosterone is always better, but not really necessarily, because you need to have the ratio of testosterone to estrogen, or more specifically estradiol, is what matters, your ratio, right? So yeah, that's basically it. And we're going to be talking about the benefits of testosterone. What are the physical benefits of testosterone? The first thing is it helps in developing muscle. So it develops muscle development, hypertrophy, and the protein synthesis. So it's an anabolic hormone, so it can help with that kind of issue. What it also can do is it can increase your bone density, and it can help reduce the risk of osteoporosis. It can also help with fat distribution and metabolism, since testosterone can basically regulate metabolism. And it can promote the use of fat for energy. So that's why people with more testosterone, they seem to be more leaner and less bulky, less fatty.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's why women they put more weight, because
Not saying you guys are fat.
no, it's just how it is,
yeah,
right?
it's just science.
Because testosterone, it helps to burn fat. So yeah, that's the physical health benefits. I mean, you can't really say it's a benefit, but it depends. Like if you're trying to lose weight,
it all depends on the scenarios, right?
And vice versa actually as well. If suppose you're an overweight person and you are obese,
I don't see where you're going with this.
no, okay. If you're obese, you actually have lower testosterone. And if you reduce your fat, just reducing your fat can actually increase your testosterone.
Okay.
So it's like a two-way thing,
Yeah, just
you
again,
reduce
depends
your
on your
fat,
goals and No, that makes sense.
That's one of the
Another thing that good levels of testosterone promotes is mood regulation and mental health. So it's basically associated. Well, testosterone is associated with reducing anxiety and increases competitiveness.
Yeah.
So men with higher levels of testosterone are more prone to be more competitive in different realms of human endeavor. So you can just come down to sports or anything. And it sort of makes sense. Like if it comes down to really like primal stuff, but like if I was about to go into a fight, my testosterone levels would actually go up, and especially if I know I've got a competitive advantage on that person, and vice versa. If I'm about to fight someone and I know that I'm most likely going to fail, my testosterone levels are actually going to drop in order to protect myself. So basically, it's going to lower my testosterone levels for me to actually back off, because I could get injured or worse, die. Obviously, not in our society nowadays. It's very primal, right? But it just all goes down to your like pure instincts and genetics and stuff.
Yeah. And one more, I just want to add that.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you're fighting, right? When you're in the competition, like in the short run, your testosterone increases. But if you win, suppose let's say we both fight and you win that match, your testosterone will increase afterward, like 2 days, 3 days, it'll increase in the
Is that,
long
is that,
run.
is that, is that purely psychological then?
It is not purely psychological. It's with
Because your body doesn't know if you won or not, right?
yeah. It's because you're happy. So this is where dopamine and testosterone plays a role together.
Okay.
So when you win something and you feel happy, about that, and you have an increase in dopamine, this dopamine can actually increase your testosterone as well. So
Okay.
that's why winners have more.
Testosterone,
Testosterone,
well, then
Yeah.
later get higher levels of testosterone. Right.
So in the short run, it increases both if you're losing or winning. But in the long run, you only have an increase if you want something. But this is very primal and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
for sure. It also links to mating. So obviously, when you're gonna go up to like flirting with a girl, your testosterone levels are gonna just go higher because you get aroused and you're gonna want to impregnate that. You see what I mean? Like again, very primal. But again, if you're
This is
attracted,
too primal.
if you start talking to a woman that you're actually physically and sexually attracted to, or even whatever, your testosterone levels are actually gonna go up. Another one is general, but basically health and well-being. So it impacts your overall health and energy levels, and potentially reduces, as I said, anxiety, and promotes well-being through basically, if you got good levels of testosterone, that means your testes are in check, and they're producing good levels of sperm and quality semen. And again, as we said in the previous one, healthy bones is a healthy health. Basically,
never said that.
simply, I did, bro.
You actually said that.
Extract now. Told you. No, sorry, said that.
Bro really did extract.
I've got all the thing in my head. Yeah. So now there's also reproductive functions.
Okay, testosterone. Okay, it increases during puberty. Everyone knows that. Your testosterone increases into puberty, and it converts. This I'm talking mainly for males, right? It converts into DHT by 5-alpha reductase, something like that. So this DHT is responsible for the development of male genitalia. This is DHT. This is dihydrotestosterone. So it's not testosterone itself, but it's like a form of testosterone, and So during puberty is very important for the development of genitalia and everything. It's actually important for the formation of a male in the fetus.
Okay.
When
Yeah.
when the baby is before being born in the womb or something.
Yeah,
like
when
that.
it's developing in the womb.
Yeah,
of the womb,
so that it's important DHT and in puberty as well. But interestingly, after you finish puberty, DHT is
gone basically.
it's
Gets rid
basically
of.
useless.
Yeah.
It causes hair loss, and it causes prostate cancer as well. In large percent. That's why people
No
can
one that
inhibit.
does it. Yeah.
They inhibit DHT to do all that kind of stuff.
Damn,
So.
okay. Yeah.
But that's for another topic or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So testosterone also, obviously, we all know this. I think it is involved in sperm production, and it supports reproductive processes.
Yeah.
So basically.
And also, as you said about puberty and how
Yeah.
testosterone kicks in, obviously it also promotes hair growth, obviously, on your body. So obviously beards on your chest, around your pubic areas, your legs.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you compare that to a woman, a man with high testosterone is going to have it's like when, like, I mean, I'm not going to say I had a beard pre-young, but men that have beards even younger, or it also comes down to genetics, right? But it also shows they have high testosterone levels because they get better beards younger. And it also unlocks your deep voice. So deep voice comes also from testosterone. Obviously, there's also other chemicals and stuff coming in play, but testosterone is one of the main hormones that come in play when it comes to your voice. So that's why you got a deeper voice than females. Testosterone also promotes social and cognitive effects. Well, basically, it links to increased motivation, confidence, and assertiveness. There's not much to say about that. You basically just, when you've got more testosterone, you just feel more confident, more assertive, more and increase in motivation through dopamine.
Yeah,
exactly.
It has like it's a very nuanced relationship between dopamine and testosterone. I think one of the reasons why you said the stress reduction, right? You said
Yeah, and
Yeah.
well, yeah.
so.
Exactly, yeah.
How it actually works is testosterone actually binds with amygdala in the brain in one of your part of your brain called amygdala. It basically the what's the word for it? Like the purpose, the the objective of the amygdala is to cause fear in the mind. So when testosterone goes and binds with amygdala, it actually reduces your stress capability. So if the more testosterone you have in your body, the less fear you actually have to take on new things. So
We're
yeah,
far
it's
away
good
from bro science now. My man's going into depth. That's good.
no, this is
Yeah, it's good, it's good.
also-
Obviously, the reasons why we're saying that good levels of testosterone is good is because there's a downside, right? Why is the bad side of having low testosterone levels? Well, obviously there's health risks, right, linked to heart problems and bone marrow issues. And low testosterone also may contribute to various other health concerns. And basically, just take all the health benefits we listed about good and high levels of testosterone, and just take the contrary of it, and that's basically what we have in the worst case of having low testosterone levels.
And that's the end of the podcast, guys. See you later.
Yeah, okay. Good night. So before we jump into what actually increases your testosterone levels, we're gonna first discuss what actually lowers it, right?
Yeah, so we can avoid them. So one of the things that lowers your testosterone is
That's a major one.
yeah. Everyone should know this, but it's quality of sleep.
I mean, our parents have been telling us all these years, and we're like,
Yeah.
"Nah, it's fine. I'll go to bed later." Or
no.
you know,
But a
Listen to
lack
your
of
parents.
sleep, and this is pretty bad. One more thing is chronic stress. So if your cortisol's right, if your cortisol is increased, your testosterone actually goes below. That's why, if you have noticed, new parents, right,
with the
new
newborns.
fathers, new
Yeah.
fathers actually have a high level of cortisol because of the new baby
So
and everything.
lower levels of
Low,
testosterone.
lower level of testosterone. One of the lowest levels of testosterone you'll see is new fathers.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, and that's why they have more fat. Dad bods, you heard of the term. It's not because
Okay,
they're eating.
Yeah. Okay.
The
So it
same thing.
actually links to testosterone now.
Yeah,
Okay.
testosterone is
I just want to say
like-
something about lack of sleep. Do you know that if you have less than 5 hours of sleep,
Mhm.
your testosterone the next day will actually drop by 15%,
That's mad.
which is honestly huge.
Yeah,
And-
honestly, I could see like if I have a very bad night of sleep,
Yeah, just
I'll feel
unmotivated.
horrible.
Just,
Yeah,
just,
unmotivated to do
negative. Negate all the stuff we just said, and basically.
crazy.
We talked about it with Alex, our guest, when he had lack of sleep in the
Yeah.
military and how we thought it was bad, and clearly,
It makes sense.
it obviously impacts other stuff, but it also shows that it impacts testosterone impacts
Yeah,
your
for sure.
sleep. Another one is poor diet.
Yeah.
When you're lacking the essential nutrients, obviously, especially zinc and vitamin D, your testosterone basically just drops to the floor. So obviously you need to have rich food, rich in nutrients, and rich in zinc, vitamin D, iron, all that good stuff to have not only rich testosterone, but then healthy semen.
And the best way to get vitamin D is obviously through the sun, but I know most of you can't really get to the sun exposure. So you can get through foods, but it's not that much. And I think it's one thing that you can actually is worth to have a supplement form to take vitamin D in a pill form.
Especially, it's not anything racial, but especially people of darker color.
Yeah.
So people of darker color, obviously, they've got a darker color because they live in areas of the world where there's more sun
Yeah.
than where whiter people live. And because of that, they basically are incapable, or at least in extreme low quantities of
Vitamin D production.
producing their own vitamin D, basically. So I can produce my own vitamin D, but here Fahim, at a certain extent, he can't really do it. So take your pills, man. I mean, I even take them because, I mean, we're in the UK, right? There's not going to be much sun. So
There's barely
even
any.
though I do produce, people with lighter skin colors do produce their own vitamin Ds, you should always go, especially in winter and when there's less sunlight, always
Yeah.
opt for vitamin D supplements and and just take it
I
every
mean,
day,
I wasn't.
especially you.
Yeah, I was in Saudi, right? And I was
Yeah.
like actually working out, like shirtless.
Yeah,
outside,
outside.
and I was still vitamin D deficient.
Really? So it just
I
shows,
mean,
guys.
this also matters. Like, it matters what time of the day you're getting exposed
Yeah.
to sun. It has to be about 3 p.m. or something like that, so that the vitamin D actually, the wavelength of the sun rays, is actually capable of going through your skin and starting the vitamin D
It's
process.
fascinating how everything is really like
Yeah. So the
limited.
best time to actually get the vitamin D is like 12 p.m. or something, but it is also the most harmful for your skin.
Just it all contradicts. We're contradicting ourselves everywhere. So
It's
just
not
be
really
careful, guys.
contradiction, but then it's like you need to
Uh,
get enough vitamin D, but not too much that you actually burn your skin.
Another one
Okay.
is excessive alcohol consumption.
Not
Did
a
you
problem
know?
for me?
And that, did you know? And that's crazy. Just by drinking alcohol, your levels of testosterone will drop 30 minutes later. Just 30 minutes. That's insane. Just from a normal beer. Obviously, shots is gonna just drop it
Well, is it
dramatically.
like any beer?
Hmm?
Any beer?
Any bit. Obviously, like we're talking about like the average 6% beer, 5%.
Uh-huh.
We're not talking about like your ciders or that's
Okay.
lower. But yeah, 5-6%.
That's mad.
In any alcohol, it's going to drop, and then obviously, depending on the quantity of alcohol contained in your beverage,
Yeah.
it'll
I'm also
talk
pretty sure
about
it's the same thing with smoking. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I don't know the numbers when it comes to the correlation of smoking and the
Mm.
testosterone levels, but I'm sure. And basically, anything that impacts your health in a negative way is also going to impact
Mm.
in a negative way your testosterone somehow in different ratios, but it is going to
Yeah.
impact it.
I heard somewhere that smoking does not actually, like smoking cigarettes, it doesn't reduce the testosterone. But it was also, that research paper was also funded by a cigarette company.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, I see.
So,
But
I think it's about
I heard
Dunhill
these
or something.
rumors. I never did research, but that cigars are actually good for testosterone. So I don't know if you
Yeah,
got anything to say about that.
something
Is
like
that is that the study you just
I'm
said?
not sure. I think it is. but
Maybe I
it's
don't.
crazy.
Maybe, but then maybe it does. But then with all the health hazards to your lungs and the cancerogenic,
Just not worth it.
I think there's like over 40 cancerogenic elements found in tobacco or something crazy. So just we'll list you guys healthier ways of increasing your testosterone
Breathe.
and not smoking a fat cigar. Another one is obviously physical inactivity and obesity, as we said earlier.
Yeah.
Obviously, not being physically fit and being physically active.
Not picking up weights and not going
Yeah,
to the
or
gym.
even just walking. Like a lot of people just don't walk anymore.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, no,
it's actually very true in Saudi, you know.
Really?
Like, people don't walk over there. It's too hot to walk outside. Bro, what is that?
Fucking hell. You see that? No, I don't think so.
Oh man,
I'll get you the bin after.
you just scared the ghost. It's gonna fucking make sounds now. So yeah, like I was saying, yeah, in Saudi, right? Like barely anyone walks over there.
What do they do? Float? Fuck.
They drive. They drive
Oh,
because it's too hot.
silly me.
Float the fuck. Float in the sand.
On the camel. Fucking on the camel. Another
don't,
one.
Don't ever come to Saudi, bro. Don't ever come to
Never,
Saudi.
never. What lowers your testosterone, guys? It's basically exposure to endocrine disruptors and environmental pollutants. So, if you want more information on this, go and check out our video on how your food is killing you.
Yeah.
The link is up
Yeah.
there. I think it's above you. It's above you.
Well,
The link
yeah.
is above fame.
But in short, we're just talking about how food, there's so many BPAs and stuff like that in the food, which reduce your testosterone. So in short,
Yeah.
very short, yeah.
Go watch the video.
Yeah, just go watch.
And as we said, also it links to vitamin D. Is lack of sunlight.
Lack of sunlight.
So
Get us sunlight. Go outside. Touch grass.
exactly. Fame. How do we increase our testosterone levels? Let's give the people what they want.
Obviously, the first, I think the main thing that you can do is just have a good night of sleep. We are saying this and we are recording this at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
But we
Makes
gotta
no
do
sense.
this.
But we'll have a good night of sleep afterwards.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll have
sleep
a good
enough.
night of sleep,
I
yeah.
mean, we have to aim at least for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. That can vary to people. Some people will be very fine with 7, some others with 9, some others with even 10. But obviously, the recommended fork is 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night.
Yes. It's also one more thing is engaging in heavy exercises, like mainly resistance training, like muscle hypertrophy, building those kind like picking up heavy things and stuff like that. And the science says it has to be 45 minutes approximately for you to get that threshold, and you should not be pushing to failure. If you push to failure to the absolute end, you actually reduce your testosterone.
Okay.
It's suppose you can do like 10 reps or something, and if like maximum 10 reps or something, and you do 9 or 8 reps, that's like the best for your testosterone. But if you actually do full 10, you're actually damaging yourself. And I don't know the actual science behind it, but
Yeah.
the research paper says that you actually reduce your testosterone.
And obviously working bigger muscle groups will also increase your testosterone. That's why doing your leg day
Yeah.
is the biggest boost in testosterone you can have compared to working your chest or anything. Is because you're working such big muscles and big groups, and again heavy compound lifts actually also increase your bench press, deadlifts, squats, all that kind of stuff. Another one is sprinting. So sprinting is very explosive. Thank you,
Yeah.
Karim. Exercise. And it's been shown to multiply your testosterone.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's one of the best things. So if you can just sprint, I think it's recommended every day. Just a quick sprint, a couple of times. Just
Yeah.
sprint as hard as you can. It doesn't have to be long. Just sprint as hard as you can. So yeah, and
Yeah.
another one is obviously.
But
fighting
here's the interesting
sports.
part, right? If you do too much running or too much high intensity interval training, you actually reduce your testosterone. Like if you do too much,
Yeah, so you always don't
like
over.
yeah, because your body is like trying to recover and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
no.
and then-
Obviously, always, guys. When it comes to working out and exercises, always leave your body to recover. That's why we're also promoting good night of sleep.
yeah,
So another one is fighting sports.
Oh,
Obviously,
yeah,
fighting
fighting.
sports. As we said, it comes down also to very primal stuff, but it's again very explosive, a very intense exercise. But it also comes down to obviously your testosterone levels goes up
Mm.
primarily because you're about to fight and your body wants you to survive
Yeah,
in that fight.
exactly.
So it's going to put everything in its disposition to make you win that fight.
The competition, even just the competition.
Yeah, and
like
even
the
again,
competitive
even the competition,
environment.
and that's Fahim said,
Yeah.
the winner will afterwards have higher levels of testosterone in the next days thanks to dopamine. And obviously just regular exercises, regular workouts.
walking,
obviously,
just walking and stuff like
yeah,
that. Just having a healthy, exercise.
yeah. Just basically just move, move your ass.
Move your go
Don't
touch
float
grass.
like in Saudi Arabia on the camels and
Right.
stuff.
Okay, so nutrition. Need to consume food which are high in cholesterol, mono and saturated fats, and also red meat. So there's actually an interesting study where two groups ate just egg whites and the other group ate
Eat a whole egg, yeah.
whole eggs. Both of them had the same calorie, but the one who ate the whole eggs with more fat actually had an increase in testosterone, which just shows that, and there's a lot more other studies as well.
Because testosterone comes from cholesterol.
Yeah, cholesterol and everything. So that
So
helps
in some part, yeah. So
yeah.
obviously, yeah. So
Yeah.
some examples would be ribeye steak. Again, ribeye steak. Why? Because it's considered the best cut of the beef, which is the highest quantity of fat and calories. Do you know that for I think 100 grams, maybe 200 grams of ribeye steak, you can have like up to 800 calories in the steak. I mean, that's huge. Obviously, it's the best cut for protein, for creatine intake in the red meat, cholesterol, the fats, etc. Another one is nuts, any kind of nuts, almonds, cashew nuts, peanuts. Yeah, as long as they obviously don't get anything like fried, salty fried. I mean, just get them plain.
No
And
one. I feel like no one eats nuts anymore.
I eat them. I used to eat them a lot. Since
we ate them,
But since
we
I'm a
ate them.
broke student now, I can't afford nuts. Now I just eat 4 eggs a day. It's just getting weird. So yeah, another one is eggs, guys. Eggs is a superfood. I think we'll do a separate episode on like supplements and foods you should eat just for overall good health.
Yeah,
And eggs will be part of it.
eggs.
But eggs, yeah.
I
Honestly,
eat too many eggs.
Yeah.
My flatmates don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, the flatmates.
We get every Thursday we have the market and we just get a tray of like over 30 eggs, and we just eat them
At one
every day.
point, I had literally 45 eggs.
It's
45 eggs. That's mad.
He ate them in 3 days.
No, not
No,
that.
honestly, eggs, because there's a lot of misconceptions also about saturated
yeah.
fats and cholesterol and stuff. We'll also debunk that in another episode.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. But yeah, eggs, again, we can't say it enough. Eggs, if you eat 4 eggs a day, even more, you just start having boners when waking up. Honestly, no, honestly. But if you have like, if you think you've got low testosterone levels and then you just start eating like at least 4 eggs a day, you're gonna see a drastic improvement, because eggs is just full of cholesterol, good fats, and obviously protein. All good stuff for your overall health and your testosterone. Another one is so that also links to our other episode with microplastics and stuff, is don't wear anything polyester, right? Especially when it comes to your underwear. When it comes to your underwear, I don't care if you really don't really have the budget. Okay, you can wear polyester t-shirts and stuff, but
Sometimes, I mean, I think my jeans are not fully cotton.
yeah, I
or
mean,
something
but
like-
if you
it-
got to
it's
put the
very
budget
hard.
somewhere, it's gonna be
Yeah.
on your underwear. Get
Just a bit.
pure
And
cotton.
It's not that
clothing.
difficult as well. It's one of the easiest things that you can. Like,
Yeah,
just get
I think it's a
cotton
bit more
underwear.
expensive, right? But then it's for you want healthy bones, guys. Just get pure silky cotton
Pure silky cotton. That makes no
underwear.
sense. Okay, fair enough.
Another one is cold exposure.
Yeah, cold exposure. So, an interesting study is that you can actually put cold water on your balls. Again, this is an episode.
I mean,
fully
this
about
is
water.
like health maxing, right? We're getting
Yeah.
into realm of, obviously you don't have to do this, but it just shows you what improves your testosterone, and
Yeah.
then play in accordance of, okay, knowing that works, then you can sort of do your stuff your own way.
Yeah, actually, like putting cold water on your balls can actually increase your testosterone, which is
That's what I do in the morning. Cold shower, just no.
and the science goes like it's because I think I'm not really sure about this, and I don't think science still supports it yet. But there's like theory that it may cause, and why the reason cold exposure to the balls help your increase in testosterone is when you put cold water on your balls, it has a vasoconstriction effect. Okay, so that means your blood vessels, they constrict here, and once it warms up, it dilates, so it has a vasodilation effects, and it actually has more blood in that area. So maybe it's because of blood flow, you have an increase in activity in your balls or something like that. It causes more testosterone. But yeah, it's important to know about this.
Yeah, so and again, if you want to have more info on cold exposure, go see our video on breathing, meditation, and cold hot exposure. Another one is reduce stress. Well, it makes sense because we did say that low testosterone levels makes you anxious, and obviously your cortisol goes up. So as we said, and as Fahim said, if your testosterone goes up, cortisol goes down, and the other way around, if cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down. So it's sort of correlated in that way.
Obviously, avoid environmental toxins. I just got the reverse osmosis water, not reverse osmosis, filter water.
Filter,
pitcher. So
we're not that rich yet to get
it's actually cheaper than getting water bottles.
Like in the long run.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I don't really have the finance right now to get. You know what I'm saying? Like
No, but it's not that too expensive. Like £80, £70, and you can get it. Like honestly.
Then why didn't you get it then, huh?
I did get it.
With the reverse osmosis.
No, I'm talking about.
I was saying that's why we didn't get reverse osmosis.
No,
because
reverse osmosis
that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Fucking. It's cheap, guys. Bro, it's like
Just get the water
150
picture,
quid.
bro. Listen,
Yeah,
I got it.
yeah.
It's pretty good. It filters out most of things. It's amazing. Like I can't smell anything.
Well, yeah, again, all of this goes back to our video. And so, avoid tap water, soy, flax seeds,
Excuse my French.
and excessive exposure to endocrine disruptors. Right. Again, common sense. Limit alcohol consumption. We've said that already. I mean, it sort of makes sense. And big one is avoid having your phone in your damn pockets, right? Because I mean, your balls are right there, and you can say whatever you want, like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. It does, all right? Radiation. I mean, the iPhone 12 has been just banned in France because it emits the radiation is too high for the standards of France. Yeah, no, iPhone 12 is not on the I mean, it's not banned of like you have to return your iPhone 12, but they can't. It's illegal for iPhone to sell iPhone 12s in France.
That's interesting.
So I mean, that gets you alarmed, right? So wherever you're going, either you have it like in this fanny pack,
Okay.
or you just carry it in your hands. I mean, or just
Yeah.
in your backpack. I mean, you don't need your phone always with you. I mean, come on. So just avoid. And it's even same for like Bluetooth headsets and stuff. We didn't think of it or not, but all these like, and don't sleep with your. I mean, it all links, but don't sleep with your phone right next to you, for different reasons. Especially for this, it can also be a fire hazard. I mean, your phone can
No
blow
one cares
up.
about the fire hazard.
No, but yeah,
No,
I care about my testosterone levels. I don't care if my house blows up. As long as my testosterone are fine, it's good.
Yeah, shut the fuck.
So yeah, so these are all ways to really increase your testosterone levels, as much as you can. So yeah, just health maxing. So common misconceptions.
Common misconception.
So why? So I'll you know what? So I'll tell you the misconception. And you tell me why it's wrong. We'll do that. Okay. So common misconceptions. More testosterone isn't always better.
And the reason is, it's not a simple answer, right? More testosterone. Everyone wants more testosterone, but there's actually, you need to have a balance of testosterone and estrogen. For males, it's usually, obviously, most of the time.
Well, what do you?
99%.
Because obviously it's not balanced like this, right? Because you're gonna want that, but like, is it more of a ratio of like?
Yeah.
Okay, and keeping that ratio.
Yeah, keeping that ratio.
Okay.
So in males, you need to have more testosterone than
Estrogen.
than estrogen
And
or
say- and-
estradiol, which is the most it's more prone to your body.
And then the other way around for women.
Yeah, and the other way around for women. If any of these balance are off, like you could have like a lot of testosterone and low estrogen, and actually have your libido decrease,
Okay.
which is very weird. Your
Sex
libido,
drive.
your sex drive, your sex drive actually comes from
The ratio
No,
balance
no,
of.
no.
Oh, no.
actually kind of comes from estrogen. It's kind of a weird thing, but
Okay.
yeah.
Can you link? Does testosterone induce aggression?
No, it does not induce testosterone. A lot of people think it does,
Okay.
but it does not. The role of testosterone in the body is actually to make efforts feel good, like your mind, right? It actually makes feel easier and makes it feel good. So if you're for example, if you're someone who's aggressive, like naturally aggressive, okay, and you have testosterone, you will end up being more aggressive,
Okay.
because it amplifies anything that you already possess. But if you're supposed, for example, very calm and very nice, and you have more testosterone, you'll be more calm and more nice. So it
Must
just
be very
amplifies something that you already have. That's kind of the role of testosterone. A lot of people think it's actually kind of the opposite. What causes
Aggression.
aggression is actually estrogen.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So this is weird, right? So testosterone, it converts. So like I said testosterone converts into DHT, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's also one more thing called testosterone converts to estrogen via aromatization process. So it's a process where basically it converts testosterone into estrogen, and this estrogen it goes into the brain and it causes aggression actually.
Wow. Okay.
So
Very interesting.
it's something very weird, but yeah, this is what it is.
Okay. So there's been a big problem in these last years. Is that studies show that basically there's a huge decline in men's testosterone levels over the generations, right? So my testosterone levels are lower than my father's are, and my father's testosterone levels are lower than my grandfather's were. And obviously, as we listed all the benefits of testosterone and stuff, we can sort of see why that's bad, right? Because if we continue in this way of every generation, testosterone levels are going to go lower and lower, it's just going to be very, very, very bad for men's health in general, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these factors include obviously obesity, so also inactivity when it comes to exercises and stuff, and obviously the exposure to environmental toxins. So again, I really encourage you guys to watch our videos about this. It's getting out of control.
Crazy, honestly.
So yeah, so it's just this big crisis where men are having lower testosterone levels.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Like testosterone therapy has doubled from 2013.
Testosterone
So-
therapy, what's that?
Testosterone therapy, where people inject testosterone to
Oh, okay.
to have more testosterone in the because people who have like really low testosterone, they find troubles and everything, so they go and have this testosterone.
And
Therapy.
does it satisfy the body the same way they would be natural testosterone? Not really.
Not really sure. I mean, I've not really researched about that, but yeah. But yeah, it has really doubled from 2010 to 2013. Which
Okay.
is absolutely.
Yeah, not
Crazy.
sure.
And I'm pretty sure you've heard the term around low T,
Mm-hmm.
low testosterone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the term soy boy.
Hmm.
Do you know why you say soy boy?
Yeah.
Because obviously soy is bad for testosterone levels, and then the soy boy is just a very low testosterone. So this is also very due to changes in work and lifestyle patterns, right? Because obviously lifestyles aren't the same as it were decades ago, right? And or the dating market is also not dating market, dating culture is also very changing, right? So all these things are just slowly impacting our men's generation, and that's why we're here, right? To spread awareness and
Yeah.
to get your testosterone in check, guys.
I mean, who wouldn't want to work harder, right? I mean, testosterone just makes things easier to work hard.
Yeah, like it
things.
makes
Yeah.
hard work more fulfilling and more enjoyable. So yeah, I think we said everything.
Yeah,
so
we said everything, so.
I hope we've armed you guys with the necessary knowledge to boost your testosterone levels for the year 2024. So yeah, so I guess I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say?
No, that's it. Just take care of your testosterone, guys.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, keep your balls cool. I promise this is the last time we're talking.
Yeah, last time we talked about, well, maybe not.
This was Fahim.
And this was Jared. Good night, guys. See you next time.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
I'll give you my nut, bro.
Eggs, guys. Eggs is a superfood, honestly.
What? I said I'll give you my nut.
Yo.